What's up, what's up, what's up? I'm Scrappy Jackson, and this is The Come Up, a video podcast celebrating Southwest Florida's most interesting entrepreneurs. We're brought to you by Content with Teeth, a creative content marketing agency right here in Southwest Florida. They do all kinds of good stuff, copywriting, video production, HubSpot services, and based on this big-ass, fathead logo behind me, you can tell they do it big, real big. Our guest today is BRAD COZZA, an FGCU grad who's turned his business degree into a Southwest Florida real estate and entertainment empire. He's done it with moxie, risk-taking, vision, passion. It's awesome to have you here, Brad. We really appreciate it.
What's up, Scrap? Thanks for having me. How you been?
Good, really good, really good. Southwest Florida's alive with real estate, entertainment. You're on the cusp. But I'm thinking back in the day when you're in West Warwick, Rhode Island, you're playing shortstop for your Little League team. In your wildest dreams, do you think you'd be here today?
Well, everybody in their wildest dreams in West Warwick, Rhode Island, as in Little League, thought that they were all going to play for the Boston Red Sox. So that was, I guess, my dream back then. But no, very blessed to have made that move to Southwest Florida because it was just a golden opportunity and moved at the right place at the right time. And I was very happy to go south.
And then you went to FGCU. Tell us about your experience there with business administration.
I did. So I was one of the second, I think it was a second graduating class at FGCU. So back then, you would take a ride to your dorm room down Ben Hill Griffith. And I felt like Jack Hanna, basically looking for boar, for reptiles, for snakes, it was just before there was any growth pattern that now you take a look to see Gulf Coast Town Center, you take a look at Miramar. I mean, it's a completely different environment where it was 15 years ago.
If you only had 1 acre of Miramar land back then, you'd be pretty much set, right?
I would have bought something. I just didn't have any money.
So you get involved in modeling, you go to Miami, Perry Ellis, Levi's, Tommy Hilfiger, you're doing it really big from the Miami modeling scene. But I read somewhere where you were stuck on a couch and you wanted more out of life.
So the modeling industry was fun for the time being. It was one of those situations where you go to the coolest parties, and I had a vast appreciation for fashion. But it's one of those industries where you don't make any money. Yeah. And I went to college and, wanted to obviously use my college education. And it was, I found myself one morning in Queens, basically living on a couch. I was like, okay, this was fun. Now it's time to music.
But in many respects, it was the groundwork for your perspective today because your real estate vision involves, somewhat of a metropolitan, cosmopolitan feel, right?
Sure, absolutely. So it's definitely the real estate investment arena in Southwest Florida has been what I actually focused on when I first got my license. When I was a licensed agent, typically you get into real estate and you do cookie cutter showings and working with buyers. I knew right off the bat that I had a passion for ROI, investment development, and was in the right place at the right time during the market boom of 2005. And we started marketing to major metropolitan centers. We would run ads in the San Francisco Chronicle, Chicago Tribune, New York Post. And, it went from 5 deals to 10 deals. And in 2006, our company was ranked number 10 in the nation by the Wall Street Journal for volume produced nationwide. So it was a great accolade and definitely found my sweet spot with working with investors. Foreclosures,
pre-construction, flips, sales. What do you like the best? What's the most exciting to you?
Depends on what the market is. So
really, because you're a businessman, right? So
right now you read the market and you can't, there's a housing scarcity. So what makes this market different from 05, 06 is, back then it was just anybody could get a construction loan, stated programs. Everybody was irresponsible. It was investors buying from investors. It was all hyper appreciation, false appreciation. In this market, the game changer was COVID. 2020, our governor, you never actually bring up politics and business, but you have to say the obvious. When our governor DeSantis basically said, hey, listen, Florida's open for business, it just really spiked our local economy, spiked the economy of Florida. And from 2020 to 2021, it was the largest economic boom that Florida's ever seen. Now you're seeing the drip residential effect where there's a huge demand for housing because people are being relocated here from, their northernly blue states. And you're starting to see for the first time, you're seeing New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, you're seeing New England, you're seeing Washington, you're seeing California. So it's good good to see that we're now increasing the people that basically are actually coming to this area, in addition to the Midwesterners that historically come to Southwest Florida.
From a complexion standpoint, where do you see the demographic texture going here in Southwest Florida?
Major metropolitan, which is very diverse, and you're going to see which we love. We love a melting pot. We love different concepts, and especially to see that this market is very educated and metropolitan oriented. It's completely different where it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. This market is looking and feeling more and more of something you would see in the East Coast.
And you're on the cusp, that's for sure. Gulf Shore Magazine's 40 Under 40. And I was doing my homework on you, Brad, and I came up with this idea. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. Modeling was an indoctrination, real estate a foundation, food and entertainment an avocation.
I think I might use that. That's IG worthy.
Yeah, man, because your avocation.
Yeah, the hospitality has always been a passion of mine, and I consider a fun environment to be around. And I really think that Southwest Florida is ready for some major metropolitan ideas and some concepts that more and more we're seeing that we're getting away from what historically would actually work in Southwest Florida 5-10 years ago, because it is so diverse, and we are seeing such migration to this location, to Southwest Florida. So it's getting that metropolitan vibe, and we love it.
Yeah, and you're not satisfied with just real estate. CoLeones is a wonderful Italian restaurant. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I was always one of their biggest patrons. Used to go there all the time, and COVID happened, and they have some family back in Milan, so they said, "Hey, Brad, would you be interested in promoting and selling our business?" I said, "Well, how much you want?" And we actually came to terms, and I said, "I'd like to take over the tradition itself." So we hired a really good team, hired a really good chef that basically provided a little, had that whole Coleone family recipe, but added like a little modern touch to it, and it's been great. We're looking for expansion, and it's been a tremendous opportunity.
That's great. As an entrepreneur, you've definitely carved your own path. You've taken risks. You've faced adversity. What kind of advice can you give a young entrepreneur today?
Take risks, but definitely diversify. Take calculated risks. Do your homework. What works in one market might not work in another market itself. So just really dial into to what market you would like to take that risk and take that jump in the pool.
Another piece of advice. I want Brad to give advice to his 20-year-old self.
Get in real estate before you're 25. But again, you can't. The experiences that I had with modeling and hospitality and so on and so forth. I like to be well-rounded, and I like to do numerous things at the same time. So I would not second guess anything, and very happy and very fortunate to be in such a growing, explosive marketplace. As
ambitious as you are, how do you keep all these things? How do you keep them balanced? Work, life.
That's always the challenge. The challenge is I always like to work. I work when I'm basically not working, if that makes any sense. Yes. I always, whenever I go on vacation, I'm basically looking at other concepts. I'm looking at other ideas. And so it's always it's always churning in order to basically stay ahead of the game and ahead of the curve, especially in a market that you can definitely actually take advantage of in a positive way and basically actually impact some positive changes. COZZA Investment Firm. Tell us about it right now, and how can we participate with you in future opportunities? So we're working with some large institutional hedge funds as well as individual investors. Again, we never want to basically overplay one specific marketplace, so we're very flexible. There's a huge demand for affordable housing, so we're taking our investment group and our investors, our builders, and we're moving north. We're actually going to Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, Northport, Claremont, center of the state. Anywhere where it makes sense where you can create affordable housing, that's where the true demand is, and that's where you're going to have your exit strategies in a very safe relative marketplace compared to what it was in that 2005, 2006 market. So we like to be flexible, and we like to, because the more investors make, the more they're going to invest back with us. Given your flexibility, do you still have a niche? We do. We like pre-construction is definitely a huge niche because we're in such a hot sellers marketplace right now that the cost of reproduction is the only way that we can show an equity position for our investors, because we give our builders such high volume, they can afford to scale it and basically actually reduce the price per square foot. So pre-construction is the niche now, but again, you never know. The market changes. If we would have known in 2008 that our sole business plan would be attending the foreclosure auction every day.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen you on IG, family, fun, friends, entrepreneurship. You're a good dude, and I really appreciate you, man. And one of the things that I kind of correlate with is Pitbull. He says, live life, don't let life live you. And you're certainly doing that.
That's correct. It's got to be a well-rounded lifestyle.
BRAD COZZA. I appreciate you, bud. Really do. This is The Come Up, a video podcast celebrating Southwest Florida's entrepreneurs. It's brought to you by Content with Teeth, a creative content marketing agency right here in Southwest Florida. From copywriting to video production to HubStop service, they do it really big, just like this fathead right here. Content with Teeth. Brad, thanks again, man. I really appreciate it.
Scrap, you're the man. Thanks, brother.